Metal Gear Solid is one of my favorite game series. It's almost like if you took a young Japanese man and locked him in a storage room with only Tom Clancy books and sci fi, and that's how you get Hideo Kojima. And he's come up with some of the most memorable characters. And after playing the first Metal Gear Solid, I was so hungry for more. And I remember seeing the development footage and some of the screenshots as Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty was being developed, and I could not wait to play that game. And boy, did it not disappoint. One of my favorite characters from the game is Fortune, who, in Kojima's pure insanity, originally wanted her to carry a saxophone as her main weapon, but she got toned down a little bit, and he named her after a fortune cookie. Very Kojima. But this is a quick retrospective on one of my favorite characters, Lady Luck, the Queen of Dead Cell, Fortune. In the shadowed corridors of fate, where bullets whispered like forgotten prayers, and the sea itself seemed to conspire in silence, there walked a woman known only as Fortune. Helena Dolph Jackson was her true name, daughter of a Marine, and bearer of a heart misplaced. Dextrocardia, they called it, as though even her body had chosen to defy the ordinary order of things. Her life had once held the fragile promise of normalcy, a loving father, a devoted husband, a child stirring within her womb. Then came the tanker accident, that cruel pivot into the world's hidden machinery. Her father fell, or so the reports claimed, slain by the legendary Solid Snake. Her husband, branded as a thief of military funds, wasted away in prison's cold embrace. Her mother, unable to endure the unraveling, took her own life. Grief, heavy as anchor chains, pulled Fortune under. She lost her unborn child amid waves of despair. And from those depths rose something unbreakable, yet completely broken. A woman armored in sorrow, seeking vengeance against the phantom who had shattered her entire world. She joined the ranks of soldiers, and there the legend of Lady Luck was born. Bullets curved away from her as if repelled by some invisible sorrow. Explosions bloomed harmlessly at her feet. Missions that should have claimed her life instead bent to her will. Whispers followed her like ghosts, that she had sold her soul, that her father's spirit cursed her to survive every horror as eternal penance. She believed it. In the mirror of her own existence, she saw not fortune, but punishment. A woman condemned to live while all she loved perished. Clad in sleek tactical shadows that clung to her form like a second skin of mourning, Fortune became Queen of Dead Cell. Tall, regal, and melancholic, she wielded a railgun that sang with electromagnetic fury, its barrel glowing like a promise of judgment. Her presence on the Big Shell facility was a symphony of tragedy, the low, haunting notes of a saxophone drifting through steel corridors, echoing the emptiness inside her. She moved like a storm that could not touch itself, imposing yet graceful. Raiden, the young warrior thrust into this theater of deception, faced her in the bowels of that artificial island. No ordinary battle could fell her. Projectiles danced aside. Death itself seemed embarrassed in her company. Yet beneath the aura of invincibility lay a deeper wound. In the game's final acts, the truth unraveled like a frayed thread of destiny. Revolver Ocelot, the serpent of many faces, revealed the cruel machinery behind her gift. The Patriots, invisible puppeteers of the age, had fitted her with an electromagnetic shield. Her luck was never hers. It was engineered manipulation, another layer of control in their grand illusion of fate. Even so, in her final moment, something transcendent occurred. As Arsenal gear loomed like a mechanical leviathan upon the waves, Fortune turned her power, whether it was real or imagined, against the very forces that have used her. Missiles streaked toward her allies, only to bend away at her silent command. In that act of defiance and release, she found peace. A quiet smile touched her lips as she fell. The weight of an engineered tragedy finally lifted. She died not as a pawn, but as a woman who had, if only briefly, seized control of her own cursed star.
I can see my family again.
Fortune's creation was itself a tale woven from inspiration and iteration. Hideo Kojima had first named her after a simple fortune cookie, a whimsical seed that blossomed under the masterful hand of designer Yoji Shinkawa. Early visions dressed her in coats and sunglasses, echoes of cinematic influences that were wisely set aside eventually. Her railgun and commanding silhouette endured, as did her identity as a woman of striking presence. There were once notions of her playing saxophone in quiet cutscenes, of fortune cookies as talismans, even fleeting ideas of blood diseases and vampiric cures that ended up shaping other characters instead. Through the development's tempests, including the seismic shifts after 9/11, Fortune emerged as a pillar of Metal Gear Solid 2's meditation on deception, free will, and the strings of unseen powers. She remains an icon of elegant tragedy, a woman whose beauty lay not in her form, but in the quiet dignity in which she bore a life rewritten by others. In the end, Lady Luck taught us that even the most manipulated soul, in their final breath, can rewrite their own ending. Thank y'all for joining me on this character retrospective. I love making videos like this. It's a creative and emotional outlet for me, and it means a lot when I have people to share it with. If you liked the video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, I do have a Patreon for as low as $1 a month. And if you can take any sort of message from this video, remember that real fortune isn't having perfect luck. It's doing what you can with the cards that you're dealt, and when the time comes, being willing to stand up and protect what matters most to you. Y'all stay tuned, and thank you for joining me on another Cephist Strength and Nostalgia retrospective.